Alrighty guys, I'm Casey and welcome to a brand new episode of our Stone Block 2 series, guys. Welcome on back. Last episode we set up this Tinkers Smeltery right here, and we got ourselves a hammer and a pickaxe, and I want to extend our tools a little bit, but we are lacking in the iron department, so that's on the agenda today. But what I want to do today is I want to get this set up in its own room so it looks really nice and really cool. And I've got a bit of an idea over here. I'm thinking we put it over there in its own room. Then I want to sort of get a walkway here heading towards our base with trees on either side, so we've got somewhere to grow trees in a reasonable manner. But first, I want to tackle the food situation. But before we do that, guys, here we go, man, here we go. Did you know you could scroll on down, leave the video a like, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, it all helps out the channel. So we could munch on apples and that's all well and dandy, but I think we can take it a step further. If we were to craft a pressure plate and put a pressure plate with a piece of stone right here, we get ourselves a juicer. And then we can make ourselves apple juice, which is far better and quicker. Actually, it doesn't look any better. Alright, normally is. Oh well. It's apple juice. It's apple juice. It's fine. We can make ourselves an apple tree. That's fine. But what I want to do is I want to give myself some more resources, because this is the extent of our resource chest, and it's not very big. We've got our sieves over here full with iron stiffened meshes. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a stack of each. So a full stack of dust. Well, compressed dust. So we get 9 stacks. I'm going to sieve that through here, and then I'm going to do the same with the sand and the gravel, and that should get us a reasonable amount of resources. Sieving has been completed, guys. This, plus this right here, is what we got. So we got a fair bit of resources from this. Quite a lot of pieces of iron as well, which is exactly what we wanted. But what I want to do now is, like I said, I want to focus on making a blacksmith's forge, moving this into its more permanent location, which is going to be in this room right here. Now, obviously, I need to clear this out, but before I do that, I need to address the situation that I'm going to need a fair amount of seared brick. And there's a couple of ways that we are going to go ahead and do this. The first way is we're going to grab ourselves another smeltery drain. Now, do I have enough seared brick here? It doesn't look like I do, so I guess I gotta make up some seared brick. Now I've got myself some seared brick, guys. We're going to craft up another drain, like so, another faucet, and another casting basin. So these are the 3 things that we are going to want to use for this. And we're also going to craft up something else. It's called a redstone clock, which is fairly simple. We just need a redstone torch. Well, we know how to get redstone. Then we need redstone and just regular stone. Boom. And the last thing we're going to need is a lever. We're going to grab a stick and a piece of, that's gravel, a piece of cobblestone, and boom. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take out this block. We're going to take out this block right here. And we're going to take our smeltery drain and we're going to pop it down right there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put the basin underneath, just like we did before, along with the faucet. And I created the wrong thing. Not a basin, guys. Not a basin. My bad. Table. Craft. Yeah. The table. The table is what we want. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this ingot cast, we're going to put that down there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to dig underneath this a little bit, just so that we can put a chest right here. And then we're going to take our hopper, we're going to put our hopper underneath the basin, or rather the table, going into the chest. Now what that means is when we use this to draw items out, this hopper is going to detect that and automatically shift it into this chest, meaning we don't have to keep right clicking to do this. But we're going to take that a step further by taking this redstone clock and just sticking it up there. And what that's going to do is that is going to continuously keep pouring out the seared brick into the basin, and it's going to go in here, and now I can go and do my daily jobs of what I need to do by clearing out that room. But there is one more thing that we can do. We go ahead and we just stick a lever on there, and if we click the lever, it turns the clock off, thus turning this off. So this allows us to be able to toggle this on and off, because you might not want it all to come out. And there we go. We got all of this in there. I did take it up an additional layer. Now, I'm going to add another one of these with a casting basin on this side once this thing has drained out of the metal that's in here, because I don't want the basin filling up halfway, because it won't fill up the basin entirely. But yeah, now, while that does, I'm going to start clearing out a bit of a room so we could put in a blackstone furnace. Oh, I'm not with it today. I am not with it. Smeltery. You can see the size of this thing is going to be absolutely gigantic. I'm going to try and make the biggest smeltery possible so that we've just got it here so it can smelt down all of the things for us really quickly and just we can smelt loads of things. Basically what I'm trying to say. I want to smelt all the things. But this is a 9x9 interior and an 11x11 exterior, which according to Google is the largest size that we can make. We'll see if this works or not. I'm going to make it 1 block tall to begin with. I've got some seared brick here, but rather than just place it down, I actually want to make this smeltery look really cool and really nice. And it's supposed to be in a rundown sort of part of the world. So I want to add in some different types of bricks with this. And I'm going to switch this off temporarily because we've got these seared bricks, which are all nice and dandy. But if we were to take seared bricks and stick them in here, do I have a spare seared brick anywhere? We can nick some of this. Just so I get a full stack. We stick this in here. What we actually end up with is these cracked seared bricks, which are really, really cool. And if we take some glass and we utilize glass in, I think glass is in the middle, and the seared brick around it, we actually get these seared glass, like so. And these are all furnace blocks, but this isn't all. If we were to replace, say, this one with the casting basin, this thing right here. You guys can see I've actually added these in. I've been playing with casting channels because we are going to use them, and we'll get into them. Don't worry, I'll give you a bit of a tutorial of those when I put them into the final build. But we're going to pop that there, and I'm hoping that this works, but I'm not entirely sure. I need a hopper, and I know that I have one more hopper somewhere. Good. I want to put cobblestone into here, and I'm wondering if this would work. Yes, good. Now, if we put cobblestone into there, and we go ahead and we hit the seared brick, this should pour it over the cobblestone and make us seared cobblestone. Which it's doing. Which looks like this. So we've got quite a few different blocks. And there are multiple more. We've got these bricks here. We could just chisel these ones. All these different variants if we were to chisel. But I'm not going to go into the chisel at the moment. I'm just more than happy to play around with these four. I think I'll be able to make something work out of these four. Now, I do need to put a controller on this particular portion right here. So I'm going to get some of this side put in, and then I'll be with you. The method has been tested. It does indeed work on this giant scale. So we've got the biggest smeltery Google says we can craft within Tinkers, which is this big. It's huge, man. This thing is huge. Oh, wow. This dwarfs the one we've got in there. So my plans for this are simply, we're going to have this wall exposed. Wall with the controller on it. It's going to be the one that's exposed when we walk into the room. And that's going to be on that side. Then, back here, we're going to have some sort of lava generation that is going to automatically keep this topped up with lava. So that we don't have to ever worry about lava. So we're going to need a cobblestone generator back here. A couple of those crucibles, that kind of stuff. It's not a big deal. We'll get that sorted at some point. Then, over here, I'm thinking we're going to have a set of chests where we're going to have the items automatically deposited. Now, I'm a little concerned of where I'm going to put the drain because I want it to drain out using channels and drain all the way over here into casting tables. So I think I'm going to work from this way over that way with the casting. But first thing that I want to do is just sort of, I want to have logs coming down here. I would have loved to have used spruce wood, but I don't have room to grow any spruce trees, unfortunately. But this like this, I want to get this face of it done. Well, guys, here we are. We got the front facade and the two sides put in place. I decided to go with a K and a C because, you know, well, I'm KC, so it makes sense. And I really, really like this. It turned out really, really good. I want to dangle some leaves around here and decorate this room some more. But I actually want to turn my attention now to this little setup that we've got going on right here. So, I've got my cobblestone generator set up with my cobblestone on top, what it's going to be generating to. I've got my little crucible and my torch ready. So I'm generating the cobblestone that's going to turn into lava that is going to be put into the seared tank. Now, we're doing this at the moment by simply grabbing it out, right-clicking it into here, and then putting it into there. Sure, we could put a hopper on top just like we did over there, which allows the cobblestone in the hopper and in the chest to go into here. And if we were to fill a storage drawer, put that on top, it would probably last the length of the series. But I would like to make this fully automated just in case, so if it does run out, we don't need to worry about it, because this is going to continually generate more cobblestone than what we'll use in this furnace, in this smeltery. So we're going to get into something called item ducts and fluid ducts. So first things first, let's start with the item duct. We're going to look at how to get the cobblestone from that storage drawer into this little crucible right here. And we do that by using an item called an item duct. Now, there are many ways to transfer items in Minecraft. We are just going to simply choose one that I like, which is the item duct. And if we type in item duct here, you can see the item duct right here. Now, there's these clear ones, which are really, really cool because you can see the items going through them. But they're a little bit expensive because they require these fused quartz, which we don't have yet. So we're just going to go with the regular one, which is 2 tin and 1 lead. So I'm going to drop my lead in here. Now, I'm not sure if tin and lead alloy or not, so I'm not going to put them both in at the same time. We're just going to pop that in, let that extract out and into here. Then once that's done, as you can see, it's already coming out now. Once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and throw in the tin. So now that I've got the lead and the tin, let's see if I can remember which way around this recipe is. Nope, it's the tin on the outside and the lead on the inside. There we go. We only need 6 for now. And if we go over here and we pop these down, you're going to see that these should transfer items, but they're not going to. And you may be wondering why. If we see now, look, nothing is going in. There's only that piece of lava in there that we actually put in earlier when we right-clicked the piece of cobblestone in there. And that is because we need to tell this to extract from here. And we do that by using an item called a servo, which is yet another thing that we need to craft up. Now, this requires redstone, glass, and iron. So I got a little bit of iron doing up, but I've got some in my inventory. And I just need to grab my glass, which should be in one of these. I'm always losing it. There it is, there it is, there it is. So we're going to need a couple of ingots, like so, or nuggets, should I say. And I'm going to try to remember the recipe off the top of my head here. So let's see if we could do this with a piece of redstone. And I think it's like that. Oh, yes. Brilliant. 9. Now, we don't need 9. We only actually need 1. So if we go over here and we pop this on, you'll see that this starts to transfer the items and the fluids from here. Although this is only going to do items. Now, it's still not working. That's because we need to configure it a little bit. And we've got this here. And we can tell it to blacklist or whitelist. This doesn't really make any difference at the moment. If you wanted it to blacklist an item that you didn't want it to transfer through, you can pop that item there and it'll say, okay, we're not going to transfer this item. So if we put cobblestone there and blacklist it, that means it's not going to pull cobblestone no matter what we do. If we click whitelist, it's only going to pull cobblestone and nothing else, no matter what else items are attached to it. But it's still not pulling. And why is that? Well, that's because as it stands, this requires a redstone signal to work. So we could go get a redstone torch or a lever and put that down, or we could just simply go into here and tell it to ignore the redstone status, which means it'll just put an item in here regardless. Now, it does take a little bit of time. There we go. And it is in. And there we have our cobblestone. Now, we can't use the same technique when it comes to using fluids. We can't use the item duct to transfer fluids. We can only use the item duct to transfer items, as it is named an item duct. To transfer fluids, we need something called a fluid duct. So we're going to type that in. Oh. I spelled fluid wrong. Where's my fluid duct? There we go. And you can see we've got the one right here, which is made through copper and lead. Now, before we go ahead and start running and making up copper, we need to pay attention to this here. It says hold shift for details. If we hold shift, it says transfers fluids will break if contents are extremely hot or cold. So this is no good for lava because lava is extremely hot. So we need to look at the next one up in the chain, which is this hardened fluid duct. Again, you have the same variant where you see the liquid transferring. Now, for this, we need invar. And to get invar, well, how do we do that? If we go over here, we can look at casting. We can see that molten invar is here. And we could go alloy in, and we can see that it's nickel and iron. It looks like it's 2 iron for 1 nickel will make us 3 invar. So I'm going to turn this off. I've already got we've only got 3 nuggets. Let's put that back on. Let those nuggets drain out. Is that really going to split like that? Ooh, that's annoying. That's annoying. We're going to have to put an additional one in. So we'll pop that in. And then we can drain that out and actually finish filling this off. But what we're going to do is we're going to take 16 nickel and 32 iron. And what that'll do is that will alloy in here. Now, it takes a little bit for it to alloy. Not long at all. It took about 20 seconds maybe once it's in the smeltery. And then it'll start to alloy. So I'm going to smelt these up. And I'm also going to extract them the normal way that we will. As you can see, it is alloyed together. We got a little bit of nickel left over. So I'm just going to let this extract and head up in the chest. With the invar made up, guys, we can make this hardened fluid duct. Oops. I forgot to grab the invar. I forgot to grab the invar. I am an honor. Okay, now we can make this hardened flux duct. Now that we're over here, guys, we can put this into practice. We can put the fluid duct. Actually, no, I've changed my mind. Don't want it on the top. I want it on the back. Let's put it on the back. Put it on the back. We can lead it around here. Let's deal with this now because we need to put the servo on. So the same way we did it before, we just need to right-click the servo on here. We can use the exact same servos. You don't need different servos for this. The fluid ducts and the item ducts use the same servos. And we're going to click ignore. Then we are going to bring this down here, around here, and into the nice little. There we go. The tank. It's all filling up, which is good. That's exactly what we wanted it to do. Now, this room looks a little pants, so let's get this whole room all sorted out and fill this wall in right here. Some work has been done. So this is where we are at the minute. Still not finished yet, but I wanted to show you the addition that I made. We got this room back here all kind of sorted. Oh, I forgot my torch on there. We got this room all sorted back here. We got a nice little pillar along with some some oak in the ceiling, just to add some color to the room. And it looks really, really nice. Remember, this is a backstage area. We're not really going to be here too much, so I'm not going to worry about sorting this out, making this look like this does. The only reason that we're ever going to come back here is simply just to look at this, or maybe to move some things around in here. But I've got this set up to be fully automated so that I don't actually need to operate it by putting things into here. I can actually just put things into any of these 3 containers. I got chests because I may want to put multiple things in it, but I also may want to make up, say, a bunch of seared brick at some point. And then I've got a storage drawer. I can just put in a bunch of one item in there and then get that smelting. Now, unfortunately, there is some dark patches inside, but that's okay because that means that mobs will spawn in there. We'll get blood from them, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. We can use that for slime. But this is kind of what it looks like here. And all I've done is added on some servos and some item ducts, just like we did with the cobblestone over there, on these 3 things. Set them to ignore the redstone signal. And then I've just linked it up to here. Now, the next thing that I want to focus on is getting over here done. And this is going to be where we have the tables that are going to extract from there. So guys, I have made some progress. I've moved us out of this room for the most part. We've still got our cobblestone generator here. Generator does that cobblestone. And I'm going to tear this down once I've emptied what's inside of it. We've got a little bit of silver in there, a little bit of stone. But I'm here because I want to grab 9 stacks of this. Because I want to see if the new super smelter actually functions as intended. And I think this would be the best way to test it, because then we could put a bunch in here. So let's just, I don't know, fill up our inventory on this. We can put that one away. 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 And actually, I need one more stack. We put that away. There we go. Brilliant. That'll give us 3 stacks of 64. But are you ready for the room, guys? Dun da da da. This is the room. Haven't done anything with the ceiling because I can't get up that high. And I don't feel like jumping up on a block and then mining. So yeah, we've done that. So let's go over the room a little bit. The smelter, as you've already seen, and no. Input. Now the output is these chests here. This is where the smeltery will output the chests. Now the seared tank things are over here. And we've got a hardened fluid duct running into them. This hardened fluid duct runs all the way to the smeltery. And it runs off of these smeltery drains. Now, I was going to use those channels to do it. I thought that'd be a really fun way to do it. But those things are annoying. I'm not understanding them fully yet. I got to play around with them a little bit more. And I just can't be bothered with the hassle at the moment. So I dealt with these. And I'm hoping these are going to work. We're going to find out in just a moment. So they should go on here. All of these have an ingot cast on them, and they all have an item duct underneath them set to go into these 3 chests right here. So when we put this cobblestone in, we should see it go in. First of all, let's turn it into compressed cobblestone so it goes in a little bit faster. And what we'll do is we'll put in 1 stack in there. That seems to be going down. Is it appearing within the smeltery? Doesn't seem to be appearing within the smeltery. We have problems. We have problems. Let's see. Okay, this is definitely functioning. Oh. I hear things. Okay, so it is working. Is it just a visual glitch? Maybe it was a visual glitch. So we'll put them in here and make sure that these get withdrew as well. Oh, yeah, now it is. Look, yeah, I think it's because it's doing it so fast that it's just faster than what we can see it as. So, yeah. I'm really kind of happy with that. It looks like they're all working perfectly fine. And it looks like we're getting our seared brick over here. It looks like it's all going to start in this chest. So, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Good. That works. Awesome. So, this works as intended. I've never done one like this before. So, I'm kind of excited. Oh, I've just realized that there's a space up here. I left this for extra storage if we needed it for anything. So, that's why there's big gaps here. Now, let's look over here, guys. I brought the Tinker stuff over here. Put up a little bit of a shelf. We got our tool forge, accessory table, part builder. And up here are all the things to do with Tinkers that we may need. So we got all the rest of our seared brick that we didn't use and stuff like that. Then over here is our main storage. We got leaves and stuff. We've got tools. We've got wood. We got these. Pretty much everything that we need is here. And I'm really kind of happy with that. In the middle, we've got seeds now. A sieve will work up to 5 blocks away. So, 1, 2, 3, 1. 5 by 5 is the highest, I should say. Not 5 blocks away. 3 blocks in any direction from the center one. So, I've set this one up. This one will do 16 at once. So, quarter of a stack. I'm happy with that. This one's kind of floating. But we'll ignore that for now. There it is. I knew I put a block down somewhere. I placed it over here. Somehow it ended up over there. Okay. So, let's pop this in. Let's pop this in. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Blop. And bloop. There we go. That's better. That's what it was supposed to be. I did plug one down over there. I got over here. I don't know. Got a couple of torches because I just don't have the brightness to keep this lit up and away from monsters. So we've got those couple of alcoves up here, which I like. And this room, which I absolutely hate. But it's a back room, so we're fine. And this, I think, is a lot better. I was going to add some leaves, but I really like this sort of style of how it looks here. So I'm going to leave it like this. I'm really kind of happy with this. Really am. So I think, guys, that is going to call it for this episode. We got our tool forge set up and it looks really cool. So I'm really happy with that, guys. So if you've enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. It really helps out the channel. I really do appreciate it. So please do leave that like, guys. My eyes are a little bobby. Click subscribe if you want to see more from me, guys. I'm Casey. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.